Welcome back to the channel, everyone. You guys see the title, Protect the Children. God put this message on my heart heavy to share with you guys, so please make sure to stick around until the end of the video so you can receive this full message. Now, with that being said, let's get into it. We have Matthew chapter 18 verse 6. If anyone causes one of these little ones, those who believe in me, to stumble, it will be better for them to have a large millstone hung around their neck and to be drowned in the depths of the sea. Leave these babies alone. Kids, children, preteens, teens, they're off limits. Leave them alone. Stop sexually abusing kids. Stop hurting them. Stop physically abusing them. Stop treating them like adults. They're not homies. They're not homeboys, homegirls. We should be teaching children how to do the right things and how not to do the wrong things, not hurting them. Right? We have Matthew chapter 18 verse 10. See that you do not despise one of these little ones, for I tell you that their angels in heaven always see the face of my Father in heaven. God thinks that these babies and children that y'all are hurting are precious. So what do you think if you were hurting little kids, children who he think is precious? What do you think is waiting for you on the other side? Leave these babies, leave these kids alone. There's too many stories for too long of all this trafficking, kids coming up missing, just too much, man, too much. There's a lot of single women, there's a lot of single men, adults. Go find you a single woman, go find you a single man. Leave the babies alone. And you know, I've heard people say that they've been sexually abused and hurt when they were younger. So why do you want to cause that same harm and inflict that same wound on somebody else that you have? If something has been done to you and you know you didn't like it, you should not cause that. You should know better. You should not cause that same pain on someone else. You should know better because you've been through that. You've been hurt. And for everybody else, just stop it. Leave the kids. Leave the kids alone. Leave the kids alone. Everybody are always involved in the wrong type of business, right? Being in people's business. Now, I'll tell you some business that you should be involved in. You see these little kids outside by themselves, or you see them, the school is getting out and kids who parents have to work and they're walking home. If you're going to be glancing and watching around, you should be making sure that kids are making it home safe, they're getting across the street safe, they're safe on the sidewalks, they're safe in the store, they're safe at school, they're safe outside when they're playing. Kids should be safe wherever they go. That should not even be a thought about children being harmed by adults, by grown humans, knowing that these babies, these toddlers, these preteens, teens, whomever, are defenseless, right? They can't even defend themselves. They're not physically capable to defend themselves. That is diabolical. That is demonic. I'm sorry. That is demonic. Leave these babies alone. I told my neighbor, I took a little gift over there, and I said, hey, I see your kids are always outside on their bikes, on their scooters. I said, I just wanted to let you know that if you ever see me outside and you see me glancing around or whatever I'm doing, minding my business, I'm always keeping an eye out on your children because I see that they're, outside. And the neighbor said, they said thank you. The wife and husband, they said thank you, and that they really appreciate it, and went on to how they're busy and that they do know they send their kids outside with no supervision as far as physical supervision, but that they're always kind of glancing out the window. But it only takes a second for something crazy to happen. So I'm not here to judge, but I make sure I see the kids outside, back and forth across the street. We want to make sure that kids get hit by a car. Nobody's coming and trying to snatch a kid up. Same thing in the store, in the grocery store. See a kid wander off, make sure that kid gets back to their parent. Make sure that that's the kid's parent. You get what I mean? We have to protect the kids. Same thing when we talk about with women outside and a man sees a woman in distress, making sure that woman who is vulnerable and not physically capable to fight off another man, and you stepping in and intervening in that way. It should be the same thing with these babies, with these children, with these infants, these toddlers, these babies, these elementary, middle school, even high school kids. It should be the same thing. They should not have to worry about anything. You should be teaching them and keeping that love and warmth in their hearts so they can grow up to be good adults. And they can keep passing that on and on and on and on. Instead of each generation, we hurt the kids. They grow up to hurt. They grow up to hurt. They grow up to hurt. And each generation is just getting worse and worse. Just cut it off, man. Cut it off. Because we shouldn't even be hurting each other as adults. We're supposed to be respecting one another and showing each other the love and respect and everything that God shows us. So what do you think we should be doing with the children, with the babies? So if you've made it this far in the video, make sure to like, share, subscribe, guys. Listen, I can't stress it enough. Leave the babies alone. Protect the children. God thinks the children are precious. You will be under God's wrath if you are out here harming children and hanging out with them and treating them, giving them drugs and different stuff like that, kidnapping them, sex trafficking, physically abusing them. God, he does not like that. He does not like that. He wants us to bring the children up in his liking and how he wants us to bring the children up and protect them. Protect the children, guys. Protect the kids. Now, with that being said, until next time.
See.